And we are coming down in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Getting Sports with Drunk. I'm your host, is Cupcake the Riddler, and I'm joined by
Mark.
Oh, I was waiting for Paul. Big Daddy Juice.
And the Red of a Red Baron.
Rollwaveable Safe. I waited. I waited just to botch the whole thing.
Oh, I liked it.
Yeah.
And the Juice Daddy, making his name known.
Mm.
Hey, why am I the
Yeah.
Juice Daddy, by the way? We never explained why.
Well, we did. You weren't on the show that day.
Yeah, we explain why now?
Because I was getting beer for one of the shows, and I was looking at the single 16-ounce beer options, and one of them was called the Juice Daddy.
Oh, nice. Was it good?
I don't know. I didn't get it because I don't drink juicy beers because I don't have a vagina.
Well, what if I had two of them?
Then you'd have two vaginas.
It's kind of neat.
You know, you're good. You're good, Paul.
Yeah. And basically, if you had three of them, the only person you'd ever be able to have sex with is Zoidberg from Futurama because of all those little tentacle things.
Zoidberg.
Oh,
Hey, Aaron
and
Rodgers made it more plays than he did all last year.
Yeah, Rodgers just went down, though.
Funny. It would have been really funny as soon as you said tentacles, Massey popped out.
I heard someone calling me. We're here, starting lineups. What do you got? Souls, take it away.
Currently, I'm not really drinking a lot of nothing.
Okay.
But I will be dipping into some probably Haterade.
Okay.
All right.
Well then.
Cool.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Read?
From Caius Brewing in North Brantford. I'm drinking Alcibiades. God, I definitely butchered that. It's Greek. Alcibiades. It's a IPA at 8.2%.
I'm drinking Alce now.
Yeah. Alcibiades? I guess that's how you'd say it.
Alcides.
What was that?
Alcides Escobar.
Yes, all those things are good.
Damn.
What?
Tyler's got an 11 points now from his defense.
It's okay, Paul. You're up by 58.
I'm not up by 58. And I lost my insurance policy.
Yeah, we got another one.
I just lost.
Yeah, that's true. That's what you get for playing Joe Burrow. Everybody knows you don't play Joe Burrow week 1. It's in his contract.
It's going to be cool when Brock Purdy drops about 45 tonight.
Mark, what are you drinking? What are you drinking in the car?
I have a Dogfish Head 120.
Could you imagine?
On draft?
Yeah, I got a portable snifter.
That'd be pretty funny. Like, you have no passenger seat just because you have to have room for, like, at this keg.
I like that. I am drinking from the expired beer collection, Goose Island Tropical Beer Hug.
How long ago did it expire?
It's currently on month number 2 of being past its prime.
Nice.
Yep. But I have them. They're my emergency, whatever beer.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, Kendall, you're doing really great on the commentary tonight. You know that?
I try.
Oh, man. Kittle for a big gain.
I just saw 6 yards. All right, man? Don't do this to me.
God, he just caught a 35-yard pass. They're on the 50 now.
I am so behind.
He did not. You liar.
He did. I'm watching it right now. Aaron
Yeah,
Rodgers just came out. Aaron Rodgers just came out with a metal chair and hit Brock Purdy.
What the hell?
And Jerry Rice came out and hit the twist of fate.
You guys ever
Too
see
bad.
the clips of like the old Hulk Hogan chair shots?
Yeah.
They're really funny.
Brandon Ayuk's got to catch that. Yeah. So what are we talking about now? Toast of
Giants
excellence.
have-
Toast of excellence. I'll go first. My toast of excellence is to Kendall.
What?
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Your dick.
Dick
Good
for
for
me.
me.
You liked it.
I liked
No,
it.
my toast of excellence is to the Denver Broncos for, I don't know if it's a record or not, but recording 2 safeties in one half.
I think they said it was.
Hilarious.
They caused the Seahawks to have a safety twice in one half of football.
And
Pretty awesome.
I think it was like at 2 out of 3 possessions too.
Actually, sorry, it was 2 safeties in one quarter.
The first one was like a offensive lineman holding in the end zone, which is always hilarious.
Yeah, and then the other one was just a blown up Kenneth Walker run.
It's just funny. Think about like if you're like betting the over and it's like nope, 2 points, 2 points.
My other toast of excellence is to the Tennessee Titans head coach for just being like real, and I like that in a head coach. And I think that if you're Will Levis, you're pretty sad today.
What was said?
He said that the Bears offense was so atrocious in Sunday's game, but that the Titans was also equally bad, and that if they had just gone out and kneeled for three downs and punted every offensive possession, they think they would have won. So basically saying, Will Levis, this is your fault.
Yo, that guy drinks coffee with mayonnaise.
No, he puts mayonnaise on bananas.
Oh my god.
And then dips the banana into the coffee.
And Mark, you want to hear another crazy thing he does?
I'm uncomfortable.
You know what else he does?
What?
Dude packs horseshoes of tuna fish.
Oh my god.
Could you imagine breaking open the packet there? Just
Can I tell you? That literally like sent a shiver down my spine.
He takes the little Starkist to go container thing or pouches, rips them open, and squirts them right into the bottom lip.
So, the funny thing is that you can do the same thing you would do with a dip can, just a can of tuna.
Yeah.
You pack it.
that'd be funny
You could
because
have a can opener.
But he does it with the
yeah,
pouches,
yeah.
the to-go pouches.
I would say it would just be so. Imagine watching someone pack a can of tuna.
especially because
and
the only way I could ever do it was doing the bear claw technique, so that would just look ridiculous.
I mean, no more than just the regular tin. It wouldn't look more ridiculous. It would just look equally ridiculous.
That's fair. I think I could do it though.
All right.
I could.
Anybody else have any toasts of excellence?
I have one.
Fire away.
My toast of excellence is to Chris Boswell and Brandon Aubrey for getting a lot of field goal points yesterday.
Excuse me. Carlos Santos made 2 50-yarders.
And Cairo Santos. Toast of excellence to kickers.
Yeah.
They were unbelievable this weekend.
Giants leading scorer.
Steelers leading scorer.
Bears leading scorer.
Guys, welcome to the show, the Pillsbury Doughboy.
Oh, I also have 2 more toasts of excellence, but Kendall might have one of them, so I'll let Kendall go first.
No, I just got a really cheap one because I'm just obligated to do it this way now. Mine is to the Seattle Seahawks and Denver Broncos debuting some new jerseys for the season on week 1.
What about the Giants? They had New Jerseys.
Yeah, thanks, Dick.
Dick Vermeil.
Ring with the Rams.
Here's the problem. You are correct. That they
Listen, the
did.
Giants ones are terrible, but you should still talk about it.
I will. I will piggyback it, and that will be a toast of disexcellence to. It's nice to remember and pay tribute to, but there's just some things that are best left in the past, and I think that's a prime example of one.
Bad jerseys for bad team.
Feels like a lot of
I'm
personal.
no longer
attacks.
having fun.
That's fair.
I yield my time to the hostess.
I have two toasts of excellence that are related to the rapper Ludacris.
I think I know one.
So one of them is that the Atlanta Braves had Ludacris come out to throw the first pitch of the game, and he brought back the big arms from Southern Hospitality, the rap album,
Mm-hmm.
and he threw out the first pitch with the big arms. Kendall, have you seen this?
I did.
And then the other one was there was a moment where there was an older woman in her 60s that's a huge Ludacris fan and was going over her favorite songs and started rapping "Move, Bitch, Get Out the Way," and then her daughter cut her off and said, "Oh, what about this song?" And then Ludacris just walked in with 2 bottles of Cristal singing "Happy Birthday" because she said her all-time life wish was to meet Ludacris.
And then he killed her.
So I just like it because someone put it in the best way possible. Ludacris is on a Grandpa Snoop Dogg PR run right now, and everybody's about it.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah. Mark, do you have a toast? Hello?
Oh,
Hello.
Mark, do you have a toast?
well, I guess
Mark went through a tunnel.
Tunnel.
Tunnel. It's Kendall's favorite game.
Oh, Kendall, I think you might luck out
Why's that?
because I think I. Oh, you have Christian McCaffrey in the Burger King League.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of.
I mean, I wasn't going to win anyway at that point.
No, I smoked you. The Angry Whopper totally beat the Hershey Pie.
And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to pick up Kyle Juszczyk and see what happens.
That's
Cool.
fair.
Both my receivers have nothing so far, right?
Garrett Wilson has a drop.
No, he doesn't.
Isn't he number 10?
No.
Oh.
That was
That's
Alan
sad.
Lazard.
Oh, what number is Garrett Wilson?
17.
What is it?
I think he's 17.
He is 17.
Well, I guess it's better to have a drop than have no targets at all.
Thank you. I love you.
I love me as well.
Kyle, want to hear something funny?
What's up, man?
So you know Frank,
Yeah.
right? Has he ever shown you his Giants bus?
No.
All right. So a few years ago, he bought an old mini school bus, right? And decked it out. It's fully a New York Giants. Took the seats out. It's booth. He made this thing fucking sick. And they a lot of time he'll just drive up to the stadium and tailgate, right? So my buddy at work is good friends with him, and he's like, yeah, he went up and tailgated for week 1 and is not. It's they drove all the way up there, tried to get in to see the game. It was fucking terrible. Yeah, school bus. That's the point.
I like it.
Is that your toast?
Sure. Because I didn't have enough. Because the Giants are fucking terrible.
It's week 1, man.
Kyle, they're bad. They're bad. I mean, it's not a secret.
This seems
Daniel
like,
Jones is a good quarterback.
it seems like a good time for a Mike Mock rant.
I mean, what's the rant? They're just not good. Jones, it was a swing and a miss. It was a 6-year swing and a miss.
Dude. Fierce
Fierce
dude.
dude.
I just wanted Mock to smile.
They hitched up to the wrong wagon.
What do you think the Giants season? What do you think the current Giants season would look like if they had paid Saquon a bunch of money instead of Daniel Jones?
Well, Jones wouldn't be on the team.
Right. So do you think there would have been a rookie quarterback in the mix? Do you think
They
they would
would
have
have drafted
signed somebody?
Pickett.
Well, I'm trying to think. They 2 years ago. I don't think they would have drafted. I don't think they would have had the opportunity.
Did you pick after us?
I think so, because the year they signed Jones was after he won the playoff. So that was 2 years ago. So you guys make the playoffs?
We picked 20th.
I think they were like 20 or something. I think I could be wrong, but I think they were after. So I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming it will after, because unless, I mean, at the time the only that was available, pretty sure is Baker Mayfield, which would have been cool. Probably wouldn't have the same resurgence had, but still would have been cool.
Nice catch.
Thank you.
Oh, Garrett Wilson is 5
But
now.
It is frustrating. Like when that Josh Jacobs report came out that he turned down, the $14 million Giant, and it's like, well, that's what Barkley wanted, and you said no, and then you just offered it to another guy who he said no.
And honestly, is kind of equally as hurt.
Yeah, I mean, just very.
You offered the same amount of money for a lesser version of the guy you had.
Right.
Yeah.
Plus, the other thing too.
I read that. What the fuck?
Right, and when Josh Jacobs wearing football tights, I don't have any wiggle in my pants for his size. But Saquon walks by, my goodness.
Oh, gas, $2.99 a gallon. Whoa.
When I see Saquon, I'm like, oh, please treat my head like one of those watermelons. Oh, and by the way, R.I.P. to James Earl Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Quick sip of silence.
Yeah, Kendall was a big Star Wars guy. Kendall?
So I was doing my sip of silence.
Quote your favorite Star Wars line.
Help
Luke, I'm your father.
You're my only help.
Kyle. Okay, fine. Quote your favorite not Family Guy Star Wars thing. Kyle, silly boy.
What do you think his most
Shut up.
iconic role is?
What?
Hold on. What do you think his most iconic role is?
James Earl Jones?
Yeah.
His most
blind guy in the Sandlot.
I mean, his most iconic role is Darth Vader.
I saw somewhere today
I'm going Mufasa here.
that
it's Darth Vader.
They thought his role in Field of Dreams, love that movie, was his most iconic role, and I just feel like that's a kind of a random pick.
The blind guy in the Sandlot's pretty iconic.
I mean, he voiced Shredder in the Ninja Turtles.
Did he?
No, he didn't.
What the fuck, man?
There was a long. I thought for sure someone was gonna say no, and then no one did.
I mean, Kyle kind of looks like, what's his face?
Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker. Thank you.
That is.
I mean,
so funny.
there's a couple iconic ones. I mean, Darth Vader's huge. I mean, these are movies that are before our time, but like Conan the Barbarian and Doctor Strangelove. He was also in Coming to America, which was a big time deal. Field of Dreams was a big one. The Hunt for Red October.
Oh yeah.
I'm lying.
But I think it's got to be Star Wars. I mean, that's a cult. Like that's got a cult following behind it, and it was one of the and Luke, I Am Your Father was one of like the biggest like cinematic like one-liner surprises in like history.
Super quotable too.
Shut up, Kendall.
All right, Kyle. Be a guy, all right?
I can't.
All right, then be a woman.
He was in the Big Bang Theory.
That's
right.
too bad.
For one episode.
You hate to hear that type of stuff.
Yeah, we should probably talk some sports now.
Well,
Nah.
hold on. What about James Earl Jones stuff? James and the Beanstalk or Jack and the Beanstalk?
James and the Beanstalk.
Oh, I read it as James and the Giant Peach.
Oh god, I downloaded the wrong version of the movie.
James and the Giant Peach is sick.
Oh, dude, he was Darth Vader in the Benchwarmers.
You know, I got really mad for a second.
What?
Like the level of rage that like went through my body in a very quick bolt of lightning was like enough to get me to get in my car and drive to Bristol.
Just like imagine after all that, it's like, oh my god, he was Darth Vader?
Like
Like,
that's
you
the
got-
guy.
Like Kyle's just doing the show. He goes, "Oh, hold on one second." He takes the phone with him. You guys are still recording. I open up the door, or Kyle opens the door. I slap him in the face and just leave. And I go, "Listen here,
What'd you
you
get?
bitch."
What'd you guys have for dinner?
Leftover Amori's pizza.
Salisbury steak.
Ooh, Swanson's.
No, Encore.
So you're gonna poop pretty good soon.
That's
Get in
way
the
for-
fucking end zone. He didn't get in the end zone.
You got some really oily stuff coming your way.
You better have some bread to soak some of that up.
Kendall,
I had a chicken Alfredo.
Good kind.
Swanson.
Encore.
I don't understand. Really understand what that means.
What?
You had a chicken Alfredo. What?
No, the was a hesitation.
Well, you still said it though.
Well, I wasn't giving it a
Now, Kendall, was this a house-made sauce?
It was a jar Alfredo sauce, but more or less cooked the chicken, had broccoli, did the pasta and jar sauce.
Nice.
It's pretty good.
Do all the work.
Mark, what did you have?
Touchdown.
I'm sorry, there was two people talking at once.
What did you have, Mark?
We did ribeyes tonight.
Ooh.
Ribeyes and green beans.
Some
How did
bread.
Marissa feel about you
Bren
going to
Benz.
get the bats?
I mean, she was in.
Oh.
She's working.
So do you have Mikey with you?
Yeah, he's in the car sleeping.
You took Mikey to a Rocky Hill drug deal.
No, it's Colchester bat.
There's cocaine in those bats.
Yeah, don't worry, Paul. I've already reported this.
Yeah,
This guy's going down.
Those bats are coked. Get it?
Even
Get it?
better.
Instead of corked.
I didn't, but now I do, and I like it.
Guy's an
Stuck
idiot.
sock.
Eh. It's a dope.
All right, light it up, Kendall. Let's do it.
All right.
Not the weed, Kendall.
All right, hold on. Refocusing here.
Do.
I would prefer if Kyle sang the song.
All right, Paul, you ready?
Yep.
Do, 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 Can you do it over that?
On today's episode of Criminal Minds.
Dun, 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 dun. Mark's favorite show.
What do you want to do? Do you want to go through all the games, or you just want to talk about stuff we care about?
Well, I don't know. What do you want to do? You always like doing the games.
Well, let's do the
I'm
games.
trying to. Jesus, Mark doesn't care. Kyle doesn't care. So what do you want to do? You freaking sack of shit.
Well, we'll do the games, but I'm not gonna play the music just because it slows everything down, and I don't know how it's gonna sound in your guys' end.
Oh, then I'm not doing all the games if there's no music. The whole point is the music. So.
Well, let's just talk about games then.
All right. Well, I guess. Will we ever do this again? TBD. All right. We're not going to highlight everything. I'm going to run through, give a quick synopsis. If there's something you want to chime in on, start chiming in. Thursday, last week, Thursday, season kicked off. Chiefs versus Ravens. Ravens came out looking offensively flat. Chiefs came out and just kind of did Chiefs things. They just kind of capitalized on mistakes. Didn't do anything fancy. Travis Kelce looks ridiculous. Defense for the Chiefs looked elite, like it did last year. Ravens defense looked really good in spots, but looked unclutch in other spots. Ravens desperately need to figure out their offensive identity outside of Lamar Jackson.
That Xavier Worthy is pretty quick.
Yeah, that's what his wife said too.
Heyo.
I fell asleep in the fourth quarter of that game.
All right. Moving on to the Friday game in Sao Paulo, Brazil. The Philadelphia Eagles took on the Green Bay Packers. The Eagles were a slow team to start. Green Bay was unable to capitalize on early turnovers by Jalen Hurts, scoring field goals, no touchdowns. The Eagles were able to battle back. The second half was a complete different story of the first half. Teams were trading blows from touchdown drive after touchdown drive. The Green Bay Packers in the final ending seconds of the game had a chance to come down the field and tie it up after a big completion. But then Jordan Love goes down, spraining his MCL, leaving Malik Willison to take a sack for the final play of the game.
Very anticlimactic.
You know what? I'm not recapping all the games like this. I'm going to ask a question, and you guys, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do the shot or no shot through the games. That'll be our new thing.
All right.
All
right. Mock, are you familiar with how shot or no shot works?
Let's find some more bats right now.
Sorry, I was muted. Go ahead.
Are you familiar with how shot or no shot works?
I don't think so, but if you could do a quick rundown, I'm sure I'll pick it up pretty quick.
It's basically just, I'm going to say a thing, and you say shot if you think it's true, no shot if you think it's false.
Okay.
Everybody seems to pretty much get it except for Massey. Massey takes it extremely literal and goes, well, it's a shot because it could happen. And it's like, that's not the point of the game.
Yeah, that guy's a real dick.
Yeah.
And he called me yesterday in the middle of the Bears game after Caleb Williams threw a pass right into the ground and then just said, just wanted to see what your mental health was all about. Mimi.
Yeah, as a kid hasn't fucking talked to us since the Rams game.
All right, so here we'll do the question from the Chiefs or Ravens game. Shot or no shot, Lamar Jackson is a Super Bowl winning caliber quarterback, just on the wrong team.
No shot. He seems to have flaws in his passing game still. You can't do that in the playoffs.
Okay.
I say shot.
Of course you do. You're Lamar Jackson dick lover.
No.
I say no shot. I don't see how his game would differ anywhere. I think if he had it his way, he'd be tucking and running every chance he could.
I don't think it's well. The reason I said this is I don't think it's his game. I think that the Ravens refuse to figure anything else out. the one thing the Ravens don't need is an elite running back. They need elite wide receivers, and they don't sign anybody.
True.
So fuck you.
Yeah.
You guys want to hear something funny?
Yes.
I just went outside to let the dogs out and found out that I left my grill on for like the last 3 hours.
Oof.
Nice. I want that ribeye. You should scrape off all the stuff that's on there and then dry it out and turn it into a seasoning.
I walked over to grab like the spatula stuff, and I was like, "Oh, this is kind of warm." Still. Just been on.
That's so,
You're on.
You open it.
You're
There's like
on.
you open it. There's like a whole lamb cooking on there.
Well, the bummer is like I want to open and see it, make sure like I mean, I know it's fine, but the top I have is all metal, so those handles are cooking.
I mean, I think you should just keep cooking. What do you got?
Just fire it back up.
I think you should smoke some pancakes over the night.
Yeah, low and slow, baby.
Yeah, do a nice low and slow pancake. All right, Packers-Eagles game. Eagles end up holding on to win 34-29. Shot or no shot, this was the game the Eagles needed to return back to form.
I can agree with that. I'll shot that up. It was an embarrassing fall down from Earth last year in the second half of the season, and then yeah, I don't know what the fuck I just said, but anyways,
Did you just have a stroke?
But no, they were terrible down the stretch, and then they needed a game to make all the Eagle fans and everybody be like, okay, they still got it offensively. I think their defense is still kind of shoddy. We got there.
I'm gonna say no shot. I think if Green Bay had went on to win that game, it wouldn't be a shock, and it wouldn't have been a big hindrance to like the Eagles' expectations because that team did go to the playoffs, and I think they also have high expectations. And I think in a lot of ways you could see Philadelphia as division winner or second place. So I don't think it wouldn't have been a hindrance.
I mean, it's kind of a hindrance. They went from being undefeated in Week 10 to almost not making the playoffs.
Well, I thought that wasn't the question just regarding this year.
No, it was, but you referenced last year.
Well, I was referencing Green Bay.
You still referenced last year.
I'm just saying, I feel like I'm under attack all of a sudden, and I'm a nice guy.
Nobody's attacking you, you fucking faggot.
Oh, okay, Kyle, the guy who's not attacking me.
No, I am. But you just
Mark,
it.
Mark, do you want to chime in on that one at all, or do you want to let that one go?
Can you repeat the question?
Shot or no shot, the Eagles' win over the Packers was the get right game that they needed.
I mean, I would say shot because it was to see the Saquon on the offense and really to correct the collapse.
All right. Next up, we got the Bills beating the Cardinals 34-28. Shot or no shot? Just narrowly edging out an inferior Cardinals team. Josh Allen will not be enough to beat the elite AFC teams when push comes to shove.
I'll say no shot because for some reason the Cardinals just really play well against everybody except in their own division. But I think it's impressive that Allen was able to get going. He started to learn how to use his new weapons and not having Stephon Diggs. So I think the Bills will be just fine.
Okay.
I think I will say shot here.
You just want to be different.
Well, hold on. This is, a debate type show. We don't have to agree all the time there, pal. I do agree that Arizona does kind of like play well and they can get hot, but I don't. I think that there will come a time, and it might be this year, that like it's all just gonna be like Josh Allen, and it won't be enough. Like we saw today, like the majority of the stats were just on him, and what happens to those really good elite like defenses that can just shut him down? I'm not really scared of any of those receivers. Not yet, anyway.
I think people don't give the fucking Cardinals enough credit. They're well coached. They got a well together put team. I think they'll be just fine.
Your grammar is on fucking point tonight, bud.
What do you want from me, all right? We're on a podcast. We're not writing an essay.
Oh, I am.
All right. The New England Patriots complete the upset of the day, going into Cincinnati and beating the Joe Burrow-led Bengals 16-10. Shot or no shot, in terms of a Super Bowl caliber team, Joe Burrow and the Bengals were, in fact, a flash in the pan.
I could agree with that. I don't know. Ever since that Super Bowl run, Joe Burrow has never looked the same. I kind of think that team's kind of figured that team out. Let Jamar Chase do his thing and then just stop him.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think, I can't really even figure out what the reason is. It's just they were kind of slow to start last year, and yeah, but I guess in a way they sort of turned it around ish. But I don't know. It feels the same. Like I would have never imagined in a million years that New England would go in there and win the way they did.
Vikings rout the Giants 28-6. This one will be less of a shot or no shot and more of a this or that. The 28-6. Why am I echoing?
Because you sound so sexy, we need to hear you twice.
I didn't care for that. The Minnesota Vikings beat the New York Giants 28-6. This is more of a this or that question. The outcome of this game says more about the Vikings being better than people thought, or B, the Giants are just absolutely as bad as everyone thought they'd be.
I think the Giants are just bad. I mean, I think the Vikings defense could be very good. I just don't think they're going to put up points like they did against the Giants.
Yeah, I think I'm of the opinion that the Giants are just bad. I don't know what to say about Daniel Jones, and it seems like they best laid plans going in the offseason. I think all the air went out of the sails with Saquon Barkley, and I think they're in for a long year.
All right. The Tennessee Titans fall to the new looked Chicago Bears in Chicago 24-17. Shot or no shot, if Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears offense finds a way to be half as good as people think they can be, this team can be trouble for everybody.
Yeah. The Bears defense is probably top 10. If they can get the offense going a little bit and give them 21 points a game, I think the Bears are in good shape.
Yeah, I agree. I say shot. I think Caleb Williams had that kind of quintessential rookie performance from a week one. And, I'm sure there's, no matter who you are, there's probably some jitters and whatnot. The defense stepped up, and I think a lot of people had a Titans home run win over Chicago in week one. So it was a good showing, especially being down and coming back and winning the way they did.
I saw these two stats that people were sharing to like help talk Bears fans off the ledge about the offense, and one of them was that prior to yesterday, teams trailing by 2 scores or more at halftime and not scoring an offensive touchdown in the entire game were like 2 and 316. So the Bears made it 3 and 316. And then the other thing was that the last 30 number 1 overall picks at quarterback, regardless of stats, like record wise, are like 5, 24, and 1 in their first NFL game.
Wasn't there some stat like Williams broke the streak? I don't even know the last guy.
Well, I know Andrew Luck lost to the Bears. C.J. Stroud lost last year.
I think it was a really long time.
I don't know. We'd have to go back and look. Like, I don't know what Baker did his first game and stuff like that. I mean, for me, the thing with, like, yes, I wish Caleb Williams was better, obviously, but I'm just happy he didn't turn the ball over. You know, Andrew Luck threw 3 picks in his first game. John Elway went like 1 for 9 in his first game. Like, you know, there's some pretty bad historic first games by some Hall of Fame players.
He was relatively like, was it offensively clean in the sense that, like, was there like a lot of penalties or anything like that?
I think there were some penalties on the line, but I don't think he had like any intentional groundings or anything like that. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I mean, just more or less like
did he commit penalties?
I'm sorry, one more time.
Are you asking if Caleb Williams committed penalties?
Well, yeah, I mean, more like, and I can't say like he's like the false start is not on him, but like, I mean, not like poor clock management on him or anything like that, or like delay games and.
No, he's just a bust. That's all there is to it, man.
Just flips the script.
New Orleans Saints destroy the Carolina Panthers 47-10 in the Little Caesars Superdome, and you know, Saints just put on a real display of everything, except making Taysom Hill look good.
The guys that you had on your fantasy team didn't perform in this game.
Yeah, for the most part. So, shot or no shot, it is no longer too early to call Bryce Young a bust.
Yeah, he sucks.
He went 13 for 30 with 161 and 2 interceptions. Now, I will say I didn't watch any of the games, so I have no idea what the interceptions look like. I think any NFL fan will tell you there's multiple different types of interceptions you can throw.
So from what I heard from somebody like on the internet was that one of the picks was just awful. He's doing like double, triple coverage.
That doesn't sound like him.
I'm gonna say right now, no shot, and I'm wavering here, just because I think kind of like the Giants situation. I think Carolina's just bad all around, and I think it's just tough to succeed right now for anybody.
All right. The Pittsburgh Steelers go into Atlanta with the new look Falcons team and stifle them defensively, winning 18-10 in a Chris Boswell field goal fest.
That's right.
Shot or no shot, the Falcons are not going to be a playoff team.
I think they'll still be a playoff team. You know, I mean, they're playing the NFC South, so anything can happen. And it's just one bad game.
We'll get into more of it.
Okay.
I'll say shot, and all basically for the same reasons that like Kyle just said. Like, I think it's fair to say that I think we're only going to see one representative from the NFC South in the playoffs, and I don't know. I feel as though, despite all the weapons that they have, there seems to be some sort of dysfunctionality. And I think too that there's like, new quarterback, new coach, new coordinators. All I think there's always that. You don't always just like catch fire. I think there's going to be some hiccups, and I think that will cost them in a run to the playoffs.
All right. Tyreek Hill avoids serious jail time as he's arrested before the game to help lead the Miami Dolphins to a 20-17 victory over the Jacksonville Jaguars in a battle for white trash Florida towns. Shot or no shot, the Jaguars. This Jaguars team will not achieve anything with Doug Peterson calling the shots.
That's a good question.
Well, answer it.
I'm gonna say no shot. I think it's the right fit across the board. I think because they were in control for a lot of the game, they didn't capitalize on anything, and the Dolphins just hung around enough to win. I think that there has been some good success from that team, and I think they have underperformed, but I just feel like Peterson's a guy that people rally around, and I think it'll pay dividends for them.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'll say shot. I don't think Doug Peterson's that great of a coach. I think he just got hot with the right quarterback at the right time with Philadelphia. I mean, like ever since he got there, Trevor Lawrence has kind of been mediocre. Granted, yes, he's better than Urban Meyer, but we're better than Urban Meyer.
No, I'm not.
I don't know. I don't know.
No.
He's whatever.
The Houston Texans go on the road to Indianapolis to take on sophomore quarterback Anthony Richardson in his what hopes to be full NFL debut season. And the Houston Texans win 29-27. CJ Stroud and Anthony Richardson combined for 450 yards, 4 touchdowns through the air, and Anthony Richardson adds another rushing touchdown onto the ground. Shot or no shot, the NFC South will be home of two of the 5 MVP finalists this season.
I'll say shot. I think we're already, really we're past that point of transition where new players are winning MVP. All the quarterbacks from our youth are gone, and now we're settling into the QBs and the star players of the next 10 to 15 years. And I think there's a lot of excitement from both teams and a lot of star power from teams that I think are now, they were talked about last year, but I think are definitely being paid more attention to this year. And I wouldn't be surprised if either quarterback or both quarterbacks are considered for MVP.
Gil?
I don't think Anthony Richardson will be in the MVP conversation. I mean, the dude went 9 for 19 passing. He just connected on one good throw. Jesus Christ.
Of Nazareth.
Shut the fuck up, Kendall.
All right. The second stint of Jim Harbaugh took place in Los Angeles as the Chargers defeat the division rival Raiders 22-10. In what was also another field goal fest. Justin Herbert had a pedestrian day. Gardner Minshew had the day that he has, which is lots of yards and a pick and a touchdown. Couldn't think of it. Sorry. And I don't really have a shot or no shot for this one. This was just two teams that are going to finish between 6 and 9 wins. I don't really have a shot or no shot for this. Shot or no shot, J.K. Dobbins rushing for 135 yards and 1 touchdown on 10 carries is proof that just Baltimore doesn't know how to use running backs, I guess. There you go.
Hey, that was a good save.
Ken.
God, Kyle, just buy a boat or whatever.
All right. You're not allowed on.
Fine.
Mile out on it?
Absolutely.
Are we going to drink a lot on the boat?
We're going to be naked.
But you didn't answer my question. You just said something different.
Yes.
I like that laugh.
Will Alexa Bliss be on the boat?
No, Rhea Ripley only.
That's fine.
Who I am more attracted to than Alexa Bliss.
It's funny. A lot of the things that Paul was just pitching, Kyle was not picking up on, but it sort of worked out anyway.
Yeah. All right. The Seattle Seahawks played host to other rookie quarterback Bo Nix in his NFL debut as the Seahawks beat the Broncos 26-20 behind the ground game of Kenneth Walker III. Bo Nix managed to rush for a touchdown despite going 26 for 42 for 130 and 2 interceptions. Shot or no shot, the Seattle Seahawks will continue to find a way to keep winning games and be a playoff team as long as Geno Smith is there.
Yeah, they're kind of like the Steelers.
Man, he beat me to the punch.
They're just going to win ugly.
Yeah. No. It's like early on in that game, especially after getting up the 2 safeties, I'm like, all right, well, this team's going to suck. And they rallied, they ran the ball super effectively. Geno Smith, I guess, played okay. I don't think he improved as the game went on. He just was less, what's the word I'm looking for? Less reckless. And I think that team's good enough that they could be a 6-7 seed.
That's it. So you got.
Oh, and going back to the previous one, I think the Ravens are just bad at utilizing running backs.
Yeah.
Okay. The Dallas Cowboys go into Cleveland just hours after extending Dak Prescott on his mega deal and rout the Browns 33-17. Shot or no shot, Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry, head coach and GM of the Cleveland Browns, are officially on hot seat watch.
Oh, yeah. I think if they don't make the playoffs this year, everybody's fired.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead, Kyle.
They'll pull a Denver Bronco and try to get rid of Deshaun's contract.
Yeah, especially all the baggage that has come with Deshaun. Like, if they don't make the playoffs, that sort of takes away some of the off-field issues. That's just the way things go. But yeah, they have another performance like that. Forget it.
All right. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers play host to the rookie-led Washington Commanders football team and rout said Washington Commanders team 37-20 behind Baker Mayfield's 289 yards and 4 touchdowns. Jaden Daniels was able to put together a 260-yard all-purpose performance with 2 rushing touchdowns. And weirdly enough, his running back was the leading receiver on the team. So, everything's just making sense down there in Washington. But shot or no shot, after much bouncing around and controversy, Baker Mayfield is settling in as a franchise quarterback.
I'll say shot. I think that team just fits him. He can just gun the ball and be careless if he wants to. He doesn't have the world watching him like he did in Cleveland. There's no storyline in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I guess I'll say shot. And I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong here. I feel like Cleveland and Tampa Bay probably have like the same, like, I guess, level of marketplace. I just feel like, I don't know, maybe he has matured a little bit. I feel like I hear less about him now. And I guess that's a good thing. No news is good news. And he has, I guess, superior weapons. And to Kyle's point, I think it fits his style of play. Like, he can put a trust. He's got two stud receivers, and the running back situation's not nothing to really worry about either. So I think he's settled in.
Pretty cool how my guy did all the work to get down to the end zone, and then they gave it to Debo.
Hey, that happened with Garrett Wilson and the Jets touchdown drive.
Yeah, it was pretty nice. He did score too, and they took that right back thanks to a holding.
I'm gonna lose. I know it. And then final game of the Sunday docket was the Detroit Lions winning at home 26-20 in overtime against the LA Rams, an immediate rematch of last year's divisional playoff game. Puka Nacua exits the game early with a knee injury after battling an injury all preseason long. Cooper Kupp looks like he returns to form, having 14 catches for 110 and a touchdown. But, now, I'll take this with a grain of salt because the Detroit Lions have one of, if not the best, offensive lines in the NFC. But the LA Rams only being able to get 2 sacks on the day while surrendering 163 yards on the ground, including several big run after big run in overtime to lose the game. Shot or no shot, the Aaron Donald effect is immediately felt.
I mean, yeah, because they don't have, the run stopper, the guy that's going to take up all the double teams and stuff like that.
Or sorry, so you know what? Let me rephrase because obviously that was dumb. Shot or no shot, the Aaron Donald hole will not be filled this year.
Correct. It's hard to replace somebody like him.
No, of course, but I mean it from the standpoint of they're gonna suffer defensively because of it. Like no one's gonna be able to step up at all.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's not to say they're not going to be in games and win games, but I think for sure that is going to be, when all said and done, the missing piece and reason how successful they are.
All right. Yeah, there you go. Oh, and one last one. Tonight we have the San Francisco 49ers playing host to the New York Jets. And shot or no shot, from a fantasy football standpoint, Garrett Wilson and Brandon Ayuk can outscore George Kittle by 20 points.
Shot. I think Garrett Wilson could reach 100 yards tonight. I think Brandon Ayuk will get a touchdown later in the game. And George Kittle is going to eat rocks.
Yeah, shot for all the reasons that Kyle mentioned, and I know that he's saying with no bias, so I trust him entirely.
Fucking Christ, Phillies are doing extra innings.
Gross. Against who? Miami?
Tampa Bay.
Mm.
We're up 1-0 going into the ninth, and the closer gives up a solo home run.
Really?
Yep.
They just lost?
No, the Phillies are home. Like I'm saying, in the top of the ninth, he gave up a solo home run.
Wait till you're gay?
Aren't we all gay?
Mm.
Yeah, it was good enough. He didn't say with enough gumption.
He's not giving the fucking ball to Brees Hall.
No, give it to him.
I think we're pretty much locked in here, Souls, by the way.
With what?
I mean, I know statistically it's not over, but with them likely losing today, tomorrow being the 10th, meaning there's only, we'll call it 20 more games on the season. I think the Chicago White Sox have almost all but clinched the worst record in baseball history.
Yeah.
They would need. So they're probably going to lose tonight, which will make them 33 and 112. And just for ha-has, if you want an idea as a sports fan of how abysmally bad that is, there is no other team in baseball that has even lost 100 games yet, and they are 12 games over 100. But they would basically have to play. They would somehow have to be able to play 500 baseball in the last 20 games of the season. So hey, at least I got that going for me. Put that on the news, but you won't.
If they came out with merch, would you wear it?
No.
I was curious. I didn't really, mean anything by it.
I don't know. I just feel like that's, I don't know. Like, why would I give the guy who refuses to spend any money on his baseball club more money supporting how bad of a job he did?
Well, what if Barstool came out with a shirt?
No.
Right, that's fair. I was just curious.
What if I was building a business and I made a shirt?
No.
All right.
What would your shirt say, Kyle?
White Sox 2024 World Series champs.
No, I bet that. White Sox. That's just it.
That's it.
Yeah. All right. I don't know what else to talk about.
Well, I have.
You have your regulars rankings.
No, I don't. I canceled it.
Oh, you suck.
Well, I was going to do one, but it was a dumb topic.
Fuck off. Give you a dope topic.
Kendall, you were saying?
I need some advice, some fantasy football advice.
It's the last game of the week.
What's that?
It's the last game of the week.
No, I just mean in general. So, I mean, as you know, I'm very interested in the stack and having multiple guys from the same team, and I am interested in getting CeeDee Lamb.
You're not going to get him.
How would I go about that?
You're not going to get him.
Listen, I need you to work with me here.
Okay.
You have to give up Laporta and one of your receivers.
Well, keep in mind he's playing Ty. He would be trading with Ty.
Now, look, I'm not here to screen me over. I want it to be fair.
Hey, Kyle, Kyle, why is your team named Brought Runner?
I don't know. I saw it and I liked it.
Oh, okay. Kendall, you're McConkey Kong?
Yeah.
Stupid name.
Good man.
He doesn't even have Lance McConkey.
Oh, I got him.
No, you don't. Kendall or Kyle's going to go in as the commissioner and cut him.
So going off my roster, there's no. I mean, is there any feasible?
You would have to trade Laporta and. I mean, your best bet would be offering Laporta and Waddle.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe also Lance McConkey.
Now, is it no matter what, a 3-for-1 type deal? Like to be fair, like you know me.
No, I mean, I think 2 for 1 can be fair. I mean, we play in a 2 tight end league, so trading a top tier tight end like Laporta carries a lot more weight. I don't understand why you want CeeDee Lamb though, because that doesn't really give you a stack. It just gives you 2 players on the Cowboys.
Well, I was looking for like a starting point. 'Cause, I mean, I'd love to have Tyreek Hill, and I sort of planted the seeds, but it went nowhere with Machine.
I already offered you a trade.
Did you?
Yeah.
What was it?
I want Jalen Waddle, Sam Laporta, and Kenneth Walker, and in exchange, you can have Caleb Williams, DJ Moore, Keenan Allen.
I'm sorry, I totally forgot. My apologies.
And I'll give you Zamir White.
Motherfucker, George Kittle.
That's a bonus.
Well, you're gonna need a running back, and then you have 3 Bears, and you have McConkey, Palmer, and Allen, who was a Charger last year.
Best of both worlds.
Yeah, and then you can try to trade for J.K. Dobbins from somebody.
This is all coming together for me.
And Cody Clemens walked it off for the Phillies.
See?
So the Phillies lost,
No, they won't.
but they lost.
I'm going to lose in fantasy, though.
You don't know that.
George Kittle just caught like a 30-yard pass.
It was not even 20 yards.
Yeah, but he's up to 5 points now.
Okay, doesn't mean you're gonna lose.
God, I'm just coming out of the commercial break.
What's the score right now, Kyle?
145 to 131.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't mean you're gonna lose.
And the Jets are going to have to throw the football, so.
Yeah, and I mean, if they stop giving the ball to Debo, that'd be cool.
Atta boy, Cody. Way to get the win, yeah.
Cody Rhodes. Oh, I meant to give a shout out to the update that Yahoo did. Big fan of their fucking new thing.
What's that?
If you go to your team and like their score, like the points they have put up is in blue and the points that they were projected is in white underneath it.
Mm-hmm.
If you click the blue point, it pulls up a side screen that shows you, it breaks down how you got all the points that you got.
Oh, that's cool.
So like because like I'm always very interested in that. So like when I click Cooper Kupp's name, it'll pop it up and it'll say rushing yards, 10. It'll say 10 fantasy points at 0.1 points. Or sorry, rushing yards would be 10 rushing yards at 0.1 point per rushing yard. So I got 1 point. 14 receptions at 1 point per 14 points. Reception yards 110 at 0.10 per yard, 14 points. 3 point for bonus receiving yards, receptions, touchdowns, 1 for 6 points. 35 total points. Breaks it all down.
That's cool.
Which I always find I find it very interesting too, because like I like looking at the defense. So like I look at the defense, like the Bears got 3 points for sacks, 2 for picks, 1 for a fumble recovery, 12 points for defensive touchdowns, 2 points for a blocked kick, 5 points for the points allowed, 1 point for 4th down stops, 5 points for 3 and outs forced. I like it.
Yeah. I mean, sort of since we're on the topic, I know it's not over yet, but do you want to do like your bust in stud of the week for your squad?
Yeah, for my squad, stud of the week stud of the week it's kind of a tie, I guess, between Saquon and Kupp. I'll never put the defense as a stud of the week because you need the right things to happen for a defense.
Mm-hmm.
But Barkley scoring, the hat trick and touchdowns, and Cooper Kupp having 14 receptions was pretty big. I mean, I scored 71 points between the two of them. Although I will tell you that Mason kid I put in for Christian McCaffrey is doing pretty good for himself. It's already got me a 9 spot.
Oh, nice.
My dud of the week would be Amari Cooper, 3.6 points.
Souls, how about you?
I won't.
Oh, I'm sorry, Paul.
I'm not done, Kyle.
No, that's my fault.
Dud of the week.
My dud of the week I will not give it to Caleb Williams only because he's a rookie quarterback and it's his first game.
That's fair.
My dud of the week, though, are both my tight ends, Dalton Schultz and Cole Kmet. Got me 4 points.
So I saw this thing. I didn't realize this, like, because I was only able to really kind of bits and piece together the game because we had my daughter's birthday party at the same time of the game. Cole Kmet only played 50% of the snaps for non-injury reasons.
Were they personal reasons?
No, like he was only on the field for 50% of the snaps.
Yeah, your coach is a fucking moron.
All right. I mean, do you still want Trey McBride?
Yes.
Okay.
You want Cole Kmet?
Well, I heard his coach is a moron, so
I just found out about this.
probably going to be out on that. I read it on Bleacher Report.
Coach is an asshole.
I guess I would say my stud would be Kenneth Walker. And I was very, very shocked. Like I definitely reeled in my expectations, but was very, very surprised about the ineffectiveness of Raheem Mostert for the Dolphins.
They didn't even use him that much.
But I mean, I guess that goes into it as well. Like, yeah, the Dolphins have like this situation where they have 3 running backs that I guess you can make the argument all could be starters, and we've seen plenty of committees, but yeah, he had a huge start to last year and then kind of slowed down to the end. But like, just in general, like I was kind of keeping tabs. He had like 5 carries early and 7 yards, and it's like I don't know. I just thought Jacksonville was kind of middle of the road defensively. I was kind of surprised that he didn't really get anything going. I don't know if it's an age thing. I don't know if he hit his wall.
I think it's more just, to be honest with you, I think it's just more that the Dolphins just, I think they put him as their RB1 on the depth chart, but I think Achane's just the RB1.
Yeah, I'm starting to see that. And then by the end of the game, he wasn't even in. They
rode the hot hand at the end of the game.
Oh yeah, I mean Jeff Wilson. I mean he was a starter in San Francisco. Yeah.
Just kidding, Kendall. I knew that.
The 49ers came to town from the running back room.
So?
He was one of those guys that he was on a bunch of practice squads and got cut. He was on the first in the Super Bowl.
Man, the Jets are cursed on week 1 of football, huh? Game, but Sauce Gardner has been out since he tried to tackle Debo on full reverse, but the first reverse got blown up, so it got jumbled up. So Debo tried to cut thigh right into the fucking shoulder.
Oof.
And he just hasn't been playing since then. And it just makes me it's not even close.
It's a gadget guy.
Think so?
Oh, I know so.
No, all right. Crabtree?
Jawan Jennings.
I'm just kidding.
That is pretty funny.
Kyle, I did my Riddler's rankings, right? It was stupid, but I did it.
Fuck off. Yeah.
All right, so give me 1 second. Let me get my list back up.
All right, so the Riddler has ranked all the bagels from not Dunkin' Donuts.
Okay, number 10, Starbucks, because they don't cut them for you.
A big middle finger to the consumer.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Kyle, why don't you tell me what I'm ranking?
He's ranking the top 10 worst WWE factions of all time.
Whoa.
Number 10, Evolution.
Really?
They were
Yeah.
terrible.
I'm kind of shocked.
I'm just kidding.
Should we sing the song all together now?
I
ahead.
hear voices in my head.
No.
I don't know the song.
Yes, you do. It's just Motorhead like evolution is a mystery.
All right, number 10 is Team Bad.
I don't even know what it is. For the
So
field.
that was like Naomi and like Tamina.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that
number
was dumb.
9. Number 9 is the Dungeon of Doom, which is a late 80s, early 90s faction, but it did lead us to one of the greatest greatest Hulk Hogan lines of all time, which is him screaming in the ring, "There's no Hulkamaniacs in here," which is pretty good. Kai, would you agree that's a pretty good line?
It's a great line.
Would you
Bad
agree
catch.
that it was... All right. Number what am I on now? That was number 8. That was number 9.
Yes.
All right. Number 8 is X Factor. It was a pretty like decent talent faction that just never got off the ground and never like gave themselves any sort of actual heat. I
Who's in
loved
that?
I loved the 3 members, but they just never did anything.
And who were the 3 members?
X-Pac, Prince Albert, and Just Incredible.
Man, I wish I remembered this.
Number 7 is the Lucha House Party.
Yeah, they sucked.
It was just terrible, and it was kind of offensive. Kendall's going to be very upset with my number 1, just so you know. Number 6, I have the New Nexus.
Okay, that's fair.
Which was just like the kind of beating down of a dead horse of the Nexus. The whole CM Punk thing and all that.
Yeah, very unnecessary.
For some reason, I think David Otunga was part of both Nexus.
That seems right.
For number 5, I have the Mexicools.
Yeah, they're bad.
That was
Super
just
crazy.
Terrible. Yeah, it was just pretty bad. Number 4. For number 4, I have the Core.
That was Wade Barrett's other group.
Yeah, Wade Barrett, Heath Slater, and Justin Gabriel. So basically, like the people that got kicked out of Nexus.
Right.
For number 3, I have Retribution.
Yup.
Which was that Mustafa Ali led group.
Did that group even do anything?
No.
They sucked.
Number 2 is the Spirit Squad.
That's very deserved.
Kyle, are you upset about the Spirit Squad?
I don't care about them.
Oh, all right. Well, I can tell you I didn't get Kyle's thing, so Kyle's going to demand I trade him something.
Who's number 1?
It's not from the 2000s, so
Who was
can I know who your thing was?
the Cabinet?
What, JBL's thing?
Yeah.
Was that a faction though?
Yeah.
I don't know if the Cabinet was a faction.
It was because they had like Orlando Jordan.
But wasn't
Some
the
bitch.
Cabinet? But wasn't the Cabinet just Orlando Jordan?
No, Danny and Doug Basham.
Oh yeah, they were part of it. All right, I guess I'll give you that one. But I didn't. All right. I mean, I actually kind of like that though. To be honest with you, now that I'm thinking about it. My honorable mention is the right to censor.
It's a good one.
Good names, just
that could have been so good though.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was good names, and I liked Ivory in it and everything. Val Venus, the Godfather. It was just such a good play on everything that those characters used to be.
Right.
But number one is to me. There's no argument. Great theme song, amazing talent list. No heat. Nobody ever cared. They didn't do anything with them. It was a giant waste of screen time. The League of Nations.
Yeah.
The League of Nations is the worst faction in WWE history.
Wow.
They didn't do anything, Kendall. They were not good. It was.
No, you're right. I mean, it had such great potential for them to do nothing.
They did nothing with it. And it had huge names in it. Sheamus, previous WWE champion. Wade Barrett, I'm pretty sure he won a title at some point.
Yeah, he was a...
Alberto Del Rio was a champion. Rusev was a huge name at the time. And they could have even expanded it further and included people like Drew McIntyre later on, or Finn Balor. And they just never did anything.
Was Cesaro in that, or was that after the fact? Was that him and... Was that him?
Cesaro was just him and Cesaro had a lot of tag team partners.
Yeah, I mean the only somewhat redeeming quality was that at least they gave Sheamus a title run as a member of the League of Nations. But and then you had Alberto Del Rio was a 2-time U.S. champion during the thing. But that Powerhouse Squad never was a tag champ or anything. They just didn't do anything with it.
It's I feel like there's so many factions.
They got their ass kicked by the Wyatts.
Yeah,
it's almost like they do stuff at the wrong times. Like that could have been a good thing to have. I don't know, verse. Do you remember when the Jack Swagger thing was hot? It's like they missed their marks with these ideas, and then they're staggered by a year and a half. We started doing this now.
What do you think was the best thing they ever did with Jack Swagger?
Oh, I mean, for me, was with Zeb Coulter. That was just brilliant. Guy comes out, says a lot of pretty much racist stuff, and then tells the crowd to, in unison, we the people.
His feud with Rusev was pretty good.
Yeah. And there's Jack Swagger wasn't terrible. I mean, I think proficient in the ring. He just, I think he himself was not really good on the mic.
The thing with Jack Swagger for me is just that it just kind of goes to show how difficult it is to translate mat wrestling into being a good WWE character. You have the technician and you make things look clean and good and exciting and whatnot, but there's a lot more to it than just being both safe and being able to sell. And Kurt Angle is one of one.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what your guys' thoughts. What's that?
Chad Gable and Sean Benjamin were pretty good.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you, because I mean, I feel like Chad Gable is kind of I'm not going to say as good because he's not, but I think there's definitely a close enough similarity that you can kind of put him in that conversation over most people.
Yeah, he's just a smaller Kurt Angle. I can see Chad Gable drinking some milk.
I mean, he's already in his second faction.
Yeah, very quickly too.
Cricket Wireless is still playing the commercials for Alpha Academy.
Hilarious.
Thank you.
Paul, what's your favorite color?
Purple.
Yeah, I know. What's your favorite Ninja Turtle?
Greg.
Raphael.
Kendall, who's your favorite Ninja Turtle?
I guess Michelangelo.
This is funny.
I guess that's a good enough reason.
It's my favorite Ninja Turtle, Kendall.
Oh, is it?
So who is?
Oh, who
Splinter.
is? What did you say, Paul?
Splinter.
I don't know. I thought you said you whispered Zeb Coulter. And
Yeah, boy, didn't. Okay.
whoa.
Yeah, was that good? Six woes and then you coughing like an asshole?
Yes. All right, Kyle, your favorite Ninja Turtle is Raphael.
So
Yeah.
wrong. That Raphael is fourth.
Yep, Raphael is fourth.
It goes Raphael, Michelangelo, Leonardo, Donatello.
I like Mikey more than Leonardo.
You're a liar. You're such a liar.
I
Uh-oh.
just didn't know.
Yeah. Kyle, I'm going to give you a point guard tier list for the upcoming NBA season. I want you to tell me what you think.
Okay.
All right. Tier 1, Luka Doncic.
Okay.
Tier 2, SGA, Steph Curry, Jalen Brunson.
Okay.
Tier 3, Tyrese Halliburton, Damian Lillard, Darren Fox, John Morant, fucking, what's his name down there in Atlanta?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Trae Young.
Trae Young, thank you. Kyrie Irving. Oh, sorry. Tier 2 also had Tyrese Maxey in it.
Okay.
Tier 2, Tyrese Halliburton, Damian Lillard, De'Aaron Fox, John Morant, Trae Young, and Kyrie Irving. Tier 4, James Harden, Josh Hart, Drew Holiday, and Jamal Murray. Tier 5, LaMelo Ball, the guy from Cleveland, Cade Cunningham, and Kobe White. Tier 6, Fred Van Vliet, D'Angelo Russell, Russell Westbrook, the guy from the Suns, can't remember his name, Chris Paul, and the point guard from the Raptors. And then the bottom tier list was Lonzo Ball, Alex Caruso, Marcus Smart, Mike Conley, the guy from the Blazers, and the other point guard from the Pacers.
Okay.
Any hate? Any love?
Yeah, there's a lot of heat. Did you mean to say Josh Hart?
Did I? Yeah, or no? Maybe. Is he the point guard for? Oh, not Josh Hart. Who's the other Hart?
I don't know if there's a
Or
Hart.
not Hart. Sorry, DeJounte Murray. My bad. DeJounte Murray for the Pelicans.
Yeah.
Yeah, DeJounte Murray was tier 4 with James
Oh,
Harden,
okay.
Drew. Yeah, so DeJounte Murray, James Harden, Drew Holiday, and Jamal Murray.
I mean, Steph Curry should still be in tier 1 until he shows signs of slowing down. He's still.
So the reasoning for Luka. So the thing was is they said only one person can be in tier 1.
Okay. Luka's not really a point guard, so
I mean, neither is James Harden, but
James Harden's more of a point guard than Luka.
Luka brings the ball up and shit.
I mean, I guess. I would still give tier 1 to Steph just because Steph.
Okay.
Read me tier 2 again.
Tier 2 was SGA, Steph, and Jalen Brunson, and Tyrese Maxey.
Tyrese Maxey doesn't belong up there. The other 3 I'm fine with. Tier 3 again.
Tier 3 was Tyrese Halliburton, Damian Lillard, De'Aaron Fox, John Morant, Trae Young, and Kyrie Irving.
I'm cool with that list. You just got to move Maxey with
With that
Damian
group.
Lillard.
So Maxey's in that group, Tier 3?
Yeah, and Lillard would still be in Tier 2.
Okay.
And list 4?
James Harden, DeJounte Murray, Drew Holiday, and Jamal Murray.
Yeah, that's fine. Tier 5?
LaMelo Ball, the guy from Cleveland, Kobe White, and Cade Cunningham.
I mean, those are just the young guys.
The young guys that have promise.
Yeah, Darius Garland's okay. Just always hurt.
Yeah, I think it's young guys that are on the rise.
And what's the last one?
Well, there's two more. So then the sixth tier is Fred VanVleet, D'Angelo Russell, Russell Westbrook, the guy from the Suns, Chris Paul, and the guy from the Raptors.
So the has-beens?
Yeah, basically. And then on the bottom, the bottom tier is Lonzo Ball, Alex Caruso, Marcus Smart, Mike Conley, and then somebody from the Blazers and somebody from the Pacers.
The has-beens with the guys that are going to be bench players for the rest of their careers?
Yeah, I think Mike Conley deserves to go up to the list with like the youngins.
Yeah.
Or actually, I think that Mike Conley actually deserves to go up to tier 4 with James Harden and Jamal Murray because Mike Conley's still a good player.
Yes, he is. Most underrated player.
And he's one of those guys like what he brings to the floor IQ wise kind of makes up for his loss in talent, or not talent but loss in like skill, I guess.
He's still a good defender, and he's smart.
Right.
You know, he's a very important part of that Timberwolves team. But he did play for like the 3 most boring fucking teams in basketball, though.
Oh yeah. Kyle, care to name him?
Yeah, he was a Grizzly.
Kendall, care to name
him? Let's go with the Wizards, the Jazz, and the I'm going to go with the Hornets.
Well, we literally said 2 of the other teams that you didn't say.
I missed that.
And you couldn't have been more wrong than the other 2.
I think the teams I mentioned are boring.
Hornets aren't boring. They're just bad.
Yeah, it's true.
Wizards
you
are
turn on
boring.
the Hornets game and they'll have a lot of flashy plays. Need a big fucking second half out of you, Garrett.
Yeah.
So take that.
Yeah.
My number 1 draft pick for a fucking reason.
Oh.
You want to eat my finger?
Oh, I don't.
I'm not talking to you anyway. By the way, I literally said the Grizzlies before he asked you that question.
Like I said, I was reading something and I kind of missed it.
You hear that, Kendall? I mean, Paul?
Mm.
Dude yells at us about shows and then doesn't pay attention.
Well, if it helps, douche, I was reading stuff about, just NBA in general.
Yeah, what were you reading? About Conley's teams?
No. I was just reading about, what expectations were for all the teams. It was just a very generic article.
The expectations are Celtics and your mix of Mavericks, Thunder, Nuggets, and whatever fourth team there are.
Well, the biggest takeaway was, don't expect a lot from the Lakers.
Lakers are old.
I'm not disagreeing with the article. I'm just telling you that, any chance to get LeBron in the conversation.
Yeah, we know. You're a LeBron dick rider.
All right, so I'm going to guess the Grizzlies. Let's go with Washington. And the Jazz. And
is that an answer or a question?
and let's go with the Hornets and the Sixers.
All right, dude. Dude only played for 3 teams.
And I'm just listing boring teams.
Sixers aren't boring.
Got my payoff there.
Sacramento's pretty boring.
Yeah.
Ugly jerseys, too.
They're moving to Vegas.
No, they're not.
It'd be cool if number 11 would catch these passes.
Alex Smith?
Yeah.
Hey,
He's
Kyle.
wide open. Yeah.
It'd be pretty cool if IU could catch something besides Debo.
Yeah, like Brock Purdy really fucking becoming one of my worst enemies right now.
I'm gonna fucking lose to Tyler.
Nah, you're good.
I don't know, man. Debo's closing in on 100 yards already.
Not George Kittle. Not George Kittle.
All right, hey Kendall,
Yes.
would you rather, as a rap artist, would you rather have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12?
Why can you throw a fucking touchdown to Kyle Juszczyk?
Would you rather have 10? Would you rather have 10 studio albums go 18 times platinum, like overall,
Mm-hmm.
and have 13 number 1 hits on the Billboard 100? Hold a record for the most number 1 singles by a male artist, and the most top 10 singles and most charted songs all time?
Mm-hmm.
Or would you rather have oh damn it, I lost it. Hold on one sec.
Yep.
Don't forget those stats.
Yep.
Have a Brandon Ayuk catch the football? That's something I would want. I got time. I'm down by 16.
Or would you rather have no platinum albums, no awards, only 1 Billboard Top 100 song, but have music in over 30 movies, TV shows, and video games, have a loyal fan base, have sold out shows, and make around 20 million a year versus the first artist making 150 million a year? And you're on the Forbes list 4 times. But for the first artist you work. For the first artist, you're part of a label. For the second artist, you're independent.
Huh. That is a good question.
Pretty much Chance the Rapper.
And I'm curious to see how things shake out. I don't know. I think, if I'm being true to myself, I mean, there's the definitely hipster component of me. So I guess I'll go with the second option.
All right. So the first option was Drake. The second option was Tech 9.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, which is a bummer. You're on record talking about how much you don't like Tech 9.
Oh no, I mean I like Tech and I'm
You're a
actually.
liar. You've said to me a million times you don't like Tech 9.
Oh
And
my
I've
God.
I also hear you singing God's Plan to yourself every day.
Wake up in the morning, sing a couple verses of God's Plan.
God's plan. It's God's plan for me to lose week 1.
I just need this running. If this running back can get 15 more yards, Kyle, I'll feel way better about my chances.
He's gonna.
I don't need you yelling at me.
I'm very upset right now, Paul.
40-yard pass to Brandon Ayuk. It's coming.
If it happened for a touchdown, Paul, I'll buy you whatever you want. $500 limit.
Whatever you want, just for $500. And what will you buy me?
Nothing. You didn't offer that.
What do you mean?
I want something ridiculous. Do I only get one thing, or do I get $500 to spend?
$500 to spend.
I think what I want, Kyle, is I want to go to a gas station. I want you to buy me $500 worth of individual Slim Jims.
That's fine, dude.
It's
Whatever you want.
It's
If
a lot of
this
Slim
happens.
Jims.
There's so many Slim Jims. They used to be 3 for $1, but now I think they're 3 for $1.50.
Leave it there. She'll eat.
So this country's in the toilet.
Yeah, Slim Jims, and never mind. I was gonna say something, and it would not have been funny. Hey, Kyle.
Yeah.
Who do you think in the Seahawks Broncos game? Who do you think recorded the fastest speed on a sprint in the game?
Kyle Juszczyk almost just caught a 45-yard touchdown.
Well, Kyle Juszczyk doesn't play for either of those teams. Yo, Laviska Shenault is a Seahawk? I did not know that. Any guess?
Is it's rolling the ball to Garrett Wilson.
Kyle, any guess?
Can you repeat the question?
What?
May you repeat the question?
In the Seattle Seahawks Denver Broncos game, who was recorded the fastest speed during the game?
Let's see. Is it offensive side of the ball?
It is the offensive side of the ball.
Is it Bo Nix?
No, it was Geno Smith.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, just edging out Jackson Smith and Jigba. Did DK Metcalf not play?
Oh, he played. Oh my God. Well, Paul, you beat Tyler.
Good. Now I can root for Garrett Wilson to catch a bunch of stuff.
I'm gonna lose because my fucking team sucks. Can we just have anything?
Kyle, what if my guy just starts throwing touchdowns to Brandon Ayuk?
Yeah,
be cool.
That's fine. Of course, the 49ers took off 8 fucking minutes in the goddamn quarter, too.
Fantasy football's back. Kyle's in good spirits. I love it.
Just tired of losing to Vinny for bullshit.
Tyler Conklin has not recorded a catch yet. But he's been targeted, so that's promising.
Well, just got to throw the football now, so let's see what happens. 3-0? I'm thinking so.
I have to check my other fantasy league. I might be losing to Eric. Because I'm pretty sure Eric has the kicker and the defense.
Mock can send us these pictures, but Mock can't be on the podcast.
Hashtag burn.
Hashtag Lita.
Hashtag pretty cool.
Hashtag Cat Dennings.
Hashtag wash my balls. I don't even know who that person is that he sent.
Yeah, actually, I'm not positive either.
So yeah, I don't know. Anything else that anybody else wants to add? Kind of been a mess show tonight.
Yeah,
But
we had some fun.
Had fun.
I'm good.
Oh man, this is so funny, Kyle.
But
On a Inside the NBA with ESPN, they brought up Matt Barnes and they put his career accolades: 14 NBA seasons played, 2017 NBA champion with the Golden State Warriors. Once tried Kobe and failed. That's what his accolades are. It's so funny. Because wasn't Barnes the one that tried to throw in the tried to do the thing to make him flinch?
yeah.
Oh man, Kyle, is this true? Did you say this earlier and I just messed it up? I didn't hear it.
What?
Johan Rojas had a ball go off his glove for a home run.
Did he?
Was this is 56 minutes ago. Johan Rojas nearly robbed Brandon Lowe of extra bases. Instead, the ball comes out of his glove, hits his arm, and goes over the fence, and it was a game-tying home run in the top of the ninth.
I'm looking at it now.
That sucks. That's a bummer. He had it like right in his glove too. It was like right in the corner of like that greenery area.
Yeah, I'm watching it right now. So his glove hit the corner of the wall, and it just popped out.
That's heartbreaking. You know who I blame? Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah, I blame Brock Purdy.
That's the way to do it.
I fucking hate Brock Purdy. He's not my least favorite quarterback in the NFL. Until Rodgers.
There's still time for him to make you think that's not true.
I need Rodgers to do that.
You know what we need right now?
What's that?
We need Garrett Wilson to return a kick and then Brandon Ayuk to immediately return another kick.
We'll definitely change the scape of things.
6 points.
That would give you 12 points as they each return a kick for touchdowns.
I'm still losing.
Yeah, but it's a good start, Souls.
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth there, Kyle.
I need 75-yard touchdown right now. 75-yard touchdown. And it's the Brees Hall. Fucking Brees Hall.
And it's the Brees Hall.
I hate losing.
I understand.
Ugh. Greg Zerline only got me 1 point in my big money league. Fuck him.
Oh, this is funny. People are saying that Brian Callahan saying if we just punted on 1st and 10 every time we might have won is the new they are who we thought they were.
I think a 55-yard touchdown, Aaron. I'm not too greedy.
I'm not.
Come on, just help me out.
Kendall, do you love Kyle?
I do. Unconditionally.
Would you kiss him on the mouth for $1,000?
I think I've done it for free multiple times.
Well, to be fair, he's kissed you for free.
Oh, that is true. And I guess, not that I like, listen, I do love him, but if I could profit on this, then yeah.
It's kind of fucked up.
Well, I think it's less, fucked up than all the, you just, blindside kissing me. How's that sound there, buddy?
Also, Aaron Rodgers just threw an interception.
Did he?
Yeah, on a ball to Garrett Wilson.
Double.
Oh, wait. Coming back. Give Rodgers the football back.
Oh, man, they're going to count as a double interception against Rodgers. Can you believe that?
Oh, man, I've been watching this video for the past 3 minutes while we've been talking of a simulation of one of those giant steel coils, falling off the back of a flatbed and just rolling down the hills of LA. And I mean, it is just obliterating vehicles.
Wait, is this like a real video?
No, it's like a simulation of
Oh,
like
okay.
how much damage they could do. I mean, this thing flattened a fucking Buick. Kyle, I don't think it's coming back. I think it happened after the pick.
That's right. We got garbage time.
Yeah,
That's the spirit.
exactly.
You do something here.
What's nice for you is that all of the garbage time plays will happen for the Jets, so you don't have to worry about Kittle scoring anything.
Hey, George Kittle.
Yeah. So, how was your beer?
It was good.
What'd you have?
I was answering for you to hurry the fuck up.
Did you end up having that haterade?
No, I gotta get it now, though. I'm pretty thirsty.
What color?
Brown.
Lemon lime.
Nice.
Chocolate pineapple Gatorade.
I don't fuck with you.
Well, stupid ass bitch.
It's one of my favorite videos.
Yeah. It's very Any Given Sunday-ish.
Is this what we're doing? Okay.
Kendall?
I had from Caius Farm Brewery in North Branford. Went there, I want to say 3 weeks ago. Very cool spot. My only takeaway, I guess, would be negative, was that there was a ton of IPAs, and for like a smaller outfit in a decent amount of taps, I feel like they could have diversified a little bit. But I would still like to go there with you guys, and we should try to find a way to do that. I purchased from the 4-pack of, I'm going to butcher the name again, Alcibiades. It's ALCIBIADES 1. It's an IPA, 8.2% alcohol by volume. The little note here says crafted with American malted barley, malted red wheat, flaked white wheat, and house ale yeast. This ale is complex, juicy, and is readily available. Sorry, the writing is very, very tiny. We taste notes of orange, sorbet, gummy bears, mango, gelato, and passion fruit. My takeaway is, yes, it is pretty juicy. I think this actually would be up kind of Kyle's alley for sure. The passion fruit comes across. I guess I don't know what they're anticipating for the gummy bear part. And as far as the mango gelato, I definitely got more of a citrus forward in the orange sorbet than anything, with the passion fruit kind of pairing with it. It was good. I drank 3 tonight, and definitely the type of thing, because of the percentage, feeling it a little bit, but I noticed it's very heavy, so it's probably a beer that you have 1 or 2, and that's probably it of that, so I'm probably taking away from it a little bit, but still pretty good. I don't think I had it on draft there, but would get again. I'll give it 3.4 out of 5 stars.
Nice. I had the Goose Island 19.2 ounce tropical beer hugs, 2 months past their freshness date. I had 2 of them, and they were kind of the same they were the last time I had them. They're just emergency beers, didn't really have much to go with this time around. I had bought some beer for the show, but I drank it yesterday.
Attaboy.
Yep. So these they're I mean, I'll give them a 3 out of 5. I mean, I'm probably all over the place because I probably give them a different fucking number every time. I'll go 3 out of 5. I mean, because they're expired, they're just a little off. The tropical flavor is not my big thing. Just because, like, the tropical flavor tends to always be very heavy on the coconut, and that's just not my thing, but that's fine. I was gifted these, so.
Are those 9.9%?
Yeah, these are the ones that are 9.7.
Okay.
And they're imperial IPAs. I mean, they're whatever. I will drink them again because I have them. So that's about how that goes. And then one last thing before we tell us where you can find us. Kyle, have you ever heard of Chandler Simpson? He's a player for the Montgomery Biscuits, the AA affiliate of the Rays.
No.
Well, he was the 2022 70th overall pick out of Georgia Tech. You want to hear his stat line for this season, this AAA season or AA
Yep.
season? He batted .356 and 438 at bats. Hit one home run, had 29 RBIs, had an OPS of 812, and 102 stolen bases.
Well,
Who's you? Montgomery Biscuits, you said?
Yeah, he's a Tampa Bay Ray.
Yeah, they're stupid for not bringing his ass up.
He's 5'11".
He stole 102 bases.
some video
Yeah.
game stats.
And he has one of the statistics, one of my favorite statistics to ever see in a player.
What's that?
He bats and throws from opposite directions.
It's always interesting to me.
He bats lefty, throws righty.
Yep.
Does he play second base?
It doesn't say here. Oh no, he's left fielder.
It would make much more sense if he was a second baseman.
I mean, it doesn't make sense if he can't play second base.
Pretty funny though, George Kittle. I mean, Brandon Ayuk is not out there right now.
It's not ha-ha funny, but I get it.
Yeah. I'm tired of the fucking 49ers keep running the fucking clock down.
When the Brooklyn Nets traded for Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, Jason Terry, and DJ White.
Yes.
Well, they got 5 players at the time. They also got 3 first-round picks, 2 of them becoming Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. And there's outrage going around the NBA fan bases saying that the GM of the Brooklyn Nets at that time should be gifted an NBA championship ring for the Celtics.
Exactly.
That guy was terrible.
I mean, that was one of the most ridiculous moves I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't even know how that was like approved by anybody.
Yeah, the NBA is just like, yeah, I guess so, guys.
Well, just especially from the standpoint too of like the Nets didn't need like the names to become like, it's not like the Nets were like the, I don't know, like the pre Giannis Milwaukee Bucks where they were kind of like a forgotten franchise and like they needed some names because they weren't a big outlet. Like the Nets have been a relevant team. They had some big names all throughout the 2000s. They even made it to the finals once.
Right. That's funny though.
Oh man, and here just one last bit of sports news here for you. Conor McGregor announces his UFC comeback will be scrapped and retires from Ultimate Fighting Championship Wrestling in pursuant of running for 2025 Irish president.
Oh man, that's awesome.
There you go.
A guy to vote for.
Funny. So funny. Kendall, where can they find us?
Well, they could find us at Facebook, Getting Sports with Drunk, Twitter and Instagram, GSWD_4.
Make sure you use the hashtag GSWD for all your daily uses. Whether it's getting royally fucked by Brandon Ayuk or completely screwed by Garrett Wilson.
Like, follow, subscribe. Hey, we've been like crazy active on social media recently. Hasn't resulted in a lot of likes so far, but hey, you the listener, you can be one of those people to like our posts. And you should.
Nice
Yeah.
plug.
So, it was a butt plug.
Also, hey, listen, you could find it on YouTube. You could. But you could also find it anywhere you listen to podcasts. iHeart, Google Play, Spotify, wherever. Literally type your name, Getting Sports with Drunk. We will pop up in the first 2 searches. No matter what. No matter what.
There you go. You can also find us on the Hub.
We're growing that page little by little.
A lot of cuckold stuff on there. But so you guys go watch that. Let us know what you think, and we'll talk more football and Kyle's fantasy football woes more next week. But until then, I'm your hostess, Cupcake the Riddler.
I'm the Juicebox Souls.
And the Rat of a Red Baron.
Yeah.